Master these 3 rules. Your entire COLREGs basics. Start here. COLREGs Part A, General, Rule 1, Application A. These rules apply to all vessels on the high seas and in all waters connected with the high seas that are navigable by seagoing vessels. B. Nothing in these rules interferes with the operation of special rules made by an appropriate authority for roadsteads, harbors, rivers, lakes, or inland waterways connected with the high seas and navigable by seagoing vessels. Such special rules shall conform as closely as possible to these rules. C. Nothing in these rules interferes with special rules made by the government of any state for additional station or signal lights, shapes or whistle signals for ships of war, vessels under convoy, or fishing vessels operating as a fleet. These additional signals must be as close as possible to these rules and must not be mistaken for any light, shape, or signal already defined under COLREGs. D. Traffic separation schemes may be adopted by the International Maritime Organization for the purpose of these rules. E. If the government of any state determines that a vessel of special construction or purpose cannot fully comply with the rules regarding the number, position, range, or arc of visibility of lights or shapes, or the disposition and characteristics of sound signaling appliances, then that vessel shall comply as closely as possible with these provisions. The government shall determine what is the closest possible compliance for that vessel. End of Rule 1. Application. Rule 2. Responsibility A. Nothing in these rules shall limit the responsibility of any vessel or the owner, master, or crew to follow the ordinary practice of seamen or the requirements of good seamanship. They must take any action necessary to avoid immediate danger. B. When interpreting and applying these rules, due regard shall be given to all dangers of navigation, collision risk, and any special circumstances, including the limitations of vessels, that may make a departure from these rules necessary to avoid a collision. End of Rule 2. Responsibility. Rule 3. General definitions. For the purpose of these rules, the following terms apply. A. The word vessel means every description of watercraft, including non-displacement craft, wig craft, and seaplanes, used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. B. Power-driven vessel means any vessel propelled by machinery. C. Sailing vessel means any vessel under sail, provided that its propelling machinery, if fitted, is not being used. D. Vessel engaged in fishing means any vessel fishing with nets, lines, trawls, or other fishing gear which restricts maneuverability, but does not include vessels fishing with gear that does not restrict maneuverability. E. Seaplane means any aircraft designed to maneuver on the water. F. Vessel not under command, NNUC, means a vessel which cannot maneuver as required by these rules because of exceptional circumstances, and therefore cannot keep out of the way of another vessel. G. Vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver, RAM, means a vessel which, due to the nature of her work, is restricted in maneuvering as required by these rules. This includes vessels laying, servicing, or picking up navigation marks, cables, or pipelines. Vessels engaged in dredging or underwater operations. Vessels engaged in surveying or underwater work. Vessels engaged in replenishment or transferring cargo while underway. Vessels launching or recovering aircraft. Vessels engaged in mine clearance. Vessels towing operations that severely restrict maneuverability. H. Vessel constrained by draft, CBD, means a power-driven vessel which, because of her draft in relation to available depth and width of water, is restricted in changing her course. I. Underway means a vessel is not at anchor, not made fast to the shore, and not aground. J. Length and breadth mean length overall and greatest breadth. K. Restricted visibility means any condition in which visibility is restricted by fog, mist, falling snow, heavy rain, or sandstorms. L. Wing in ground, WIG craft, means a craft operating close to the surface using ground effect. End of rule. 3. General definitions.